Hello everyone and welcome back to Agentic QA Factory. In this video, we will learn how to write setup and tear down code with the help of hooks and fixtures. Now you all might have a certain piece of code that should get executed before each test or suit or after each test or suit. You can do that with the help of Playwright hooks. Playwright hooks are the functions that get executed at each lifecycle stages. As per the latest version of Playwright, which is 1.60, currently there are four hooks available. Let's understand how or at which point in time these hooks get automatically executed. BeforeAll gets executed before any of your test. So if you write test.beforeAll, this code is the first piece of code that gets executed. You can use it for creating an connection to database or generating an authentication token or launching some reusable resources. Before each gets executed before each of your test. Important thing to remember here is it gets executed for each of your test function and not the spec files. So if you have 5 test functions, it will get executed before each of them. So you can put code like navigating to a base URL or clearing cookies or starting the fresh test state. All this as part of the before each hook. Likewise, after each gets executed after each of your test function, you can use this for logging out the user or temporary deleting the test data or most importantly capturing screenshots on failure. The last hook is after your entire suit is executed, after all your tests is executed, after all gets executed. Okay, so the important thing to remember over here is after all and before all gets executed only once, that is at the beginning of suit, before all, and at the completion of suit after all. Whereas before each and after each gets executed for each of your test function. Having understood the hooks and their execution time, let us now understood how you can wire up your hooks with the test. Okay, so you will have the hooks where you have written the code that you want to execute for before each or after each or before all or after all. Now, one thing you can do is you can repeat this code in each of your tests so that the test gets uh, executed this hook every time, but this would be a mere repetition. We cannot do such kind of code. We have to write some reusable code. So just like UI utils, here also you can wire up your hooks with the test either with the help of inheritance or with the help of static methods. With the help of inheritance, what you can do is you can create a base page and write all the hooks in that. This base page would be the parent class and all your pages, be it login page or checkout page or registration page, they will use this as a parent, base page as the parent. Okay, so with the simple inheritance, you can incorporate this, or you can write static methods, hooks, and call these in each of your test. Okay, both of them are very easy to implement. We have done the implementations of this in UI utils. You can use the same approach for the hooks as well. Instead of writing the UI utils code, you can write the hooks code for either the inheritance approach or the static method. Fixtures can also be used for setup and tear down. If I go to the official documentation of Playwright, it clearly calls out the advantages of fixtures over before and after hook. It encapsulates better and it is more flexible to use fixtures compared to the hooks. So let us now understand how fixtures helps for setup and tear down. Let's talk about use over here. Use is a callback function. Playwright passes it into your fixtures automatically, and it has one job: to mark a line between setup and tear down. So you have to remember one thing: everything before use is the setup, everything after use is tear down. So this is setup and this is tear down. Now let's see how it actually works. When your fixtures hits await use page, two things happen. It hands the pages to your test, okay, and then it pauses right over here. Test completes all its execution, and then again the fixture awakes and starts the tear down. And the most important part is the cleanup after use always runs whether the test pass, failed, or timed out. Playwright guarantees it that the tear down code is always executed. So it is safe to put the things like logging, closing database, connections, or signing out, everything in the tear down code. It will never be skipped. So this is how the setup and tear down actually works with the help of fixtures. So having understood the concept, let's implement this with AI. So this is the prompt that I'm going to give to my Claude. Create UI utils class with this methods. This was same as what we did earlier. In the base page class, create the method setup, and it should have the message on console. In the tear down, I just want the console message. Both UI utilities and base page should be converted into fixtures in fixtures.ts, and the setup should be called before use page and tear down should be called after. Just put that into prompt. Rest for the login page, it has to use the UI utility and the base page, and these are the locators, and then create the end-to-end fixture, end-to-end login test with the assertion. Okay, so pretty simple. Let's give this prompt to Claude. My prompt, I've asked it to create the fixtures for both base page and UI utils. Let me give this prompt to Claude. So Claude has started creating the files. Okay, so files are ready. We will start with base page. As expected, it has the setup and tear down methods. Just copy them, put it into my base page. Seems to be okay. Let me again go to Claude and check with UI utils. Okay, fill, click and refresh. These are the three methods. UI utils. Let me now check with the fixture. Okay, fixture for base page setup is called before use and tear down is called after use. Okay, so it works as in setup and tear down code. So it seems okay for me. Let me go and put it into my Playwright. Okay, let me correct the folders. This is okay, and this is coming from pages. Okay, so still it has one error. Okay, pages. Fine. So fixture looks good. Now let me just go to Claude again for the login page. Method login with the locators that I have mentioned. So looks good. All right. Finally, login end-to-end test. Very clean login end-to-end test. If you see here, there are only testing steps. Rest all is taken on by pages and fixtures. So this is the beauty of frameworks. Let me correct this. It is coming from fixtures. Okay, login page is coming from pages. And there you go. The code is now okay to execute. Let me just, one more change I'll do is in the test, I will add one more test so that we know that for each of the test, the call for the setup and tear down is happening. So let me take the help of Claude to do so. Update login end to end to include test for invalid username and password. Okay, so it will add another test to login end to end. Okay, it is adding error message locator also to the login page. Fine. So I have to update two files, login page, which is having the error message locator. If you see here, this is the new locator added. I'll copy and change my login page. To change this, looks okay. Have to update login end-to-end test. Okay, it has got 3 tests. That's okay. In fact, 4. Right. So every time it should call the setup and tear down. Okay, fine. So code looks okay. Let me just re-execute it. So if you see, 4 workers have started, and you see test started 4 times and test completed also 4 times. So I hope this was useful to you. Thank you for watching.